Forest of Eno Return, Episode 2. The sun rises slowly over Omuero, but its warmth cannot reach the hearts of the villagers. Since the attack and the revelation from the Azenmer, fear sits heavily in every home. Mothers whisper to each other in hushed voices, fathers glance anxiously at their children, and the paths between the mud houses are quiet, except for the occasional wail of a woman mourning what has already been lost. The evil forest now hangs over their lives like a dark cloud that no one dares name aloud. At mid-morning, the Agui sends out the town crier. The man moves from house to house, striking his gong with loud, heavy beats. The sound echoes through the village and over the farmlands beyond. He calls the people together and proclaims the message of the gods. 7 virgins must be chosen to enter the evil forest and retrieve the egg of Okoko Muo. The gods command it. Refusal is not permitted. The villagers listened in silence, but whispers spread quickly. Fear spreads faster than the sound of the gong. Women clutch their daughters, holding them close, while fathers press their hands to their mouths, unsure what to do. The evil forest has never been kind. Its dark shadows hide spirits, beasts, and creatures that feast on the souls of the living. For generations, stories have warned that no one who enters fully returns. As the day stretches on, fear drives desperate actions. Some young maidens, who are known to be virgins, slip quietly out of their homes that night. They hide among the farmlands and abandoned huts, meeting men in secret places. One by one, they give up their virginity, believing that if they are no longer pure, the gods will not choose them. Each act leaves guilt and shame, but also a trembling sense of relief. They think they have escaped their fate. Even among the elders, fear takes root. Some fathers call their daughters aside in the dark of night. "Find a way," they whisper urgently. "Lose it. Make the gods think you are no longer pure. We cannot lose you to that forest." Mothers nod in agreement, pressing their daughters to lie down beside them, warning them of the danger that awaits outside the village. Families barter and scheme quietly, hoping to trick fate to outwit the gods themselves. The following morning, the Agui addresses the village again. His voice carries over the courtyard, firm and unwavering. Every family must present at least one virgin maiden. No household is excused. No lies will be tolerated. Any family that hides or deceives the gods will suffer the full wrath of Aya Ani. The words fall like iron across the village. Families lower their heads in fear. Silence stretches across the land, broken only by the occasional sniff of a grieving mother. Over the next hours, families begin to gather their daughters. One by one, the maidens come forward, barefoot and trembling, wrapped in short wrappers, with beads around their necks and waists. They are led to the courtyard, where the Azenmer and the Council of Elders await. The air is thick with tension. Every family watches closely, some with pride, others with apprehension. The Azenmer inspects each girl carefully. He moves among them with a staff in hand, casting sacred powders, chanting under his breath, invoking the presence of the gods. Some maidens shrink under his gaze, trembling. Others hold their heads high, though their hearts beat wildly with fear. The chief priest knows the truth of each heart. Those who lie are exposed. Some are sent home in shame. Others are found pure, their innocence undeniable. By the end of the selection, 7 maidens remain, standing together on the red earth, a line of fate stretching toward the forest. They are Adiz, the eldest among them, 17 years. She is calm, proud, and strong-willed. She believes leadership belongs to her, and even in fear, she does not hide her confidence. Her father watches with both pride and dread. Nkiru, 15 years old, gentle and soft-spoken. She has always been obedient, taught by her mother to listen first and act second. She fears the forest, but she does not show it openly. Ifyinanya, 14 years old, strikingly beautiful, with soft skin and dark eyes that gleam with emotion. She dreams of love and comfort, and the thought of the forest fills her with terror. Obiagili, 16 years old, quiet but observant. She notices everything, speaks little, and remembers every detail. She studies the other maidens, silently measuring their strengths and weaknesses. Kayamika, 15 years old, bold and outspoken. She does not shrink from challenge and is quick to anger. Her parents fear her temper may bring danger if left unchecked. Aloku, 17 years old, ambitious and calculating. She hides her hunger for power behind an air of humility. Her mind is already working, planning how she might emerge stronger than the others. Zinachukwu, 14 years old, deeply spiritual and quiet. She believes the gods have chosen her for a higher purpose. She prays often, speaking softly to the unseen forces, seeking guidance and protection. The villagers watch in a mixture of pride, fear, and silent prayers. Mothers weep for daughters who will face the forest. Fathers press their hands together, hoping the gods will show mercy. The elders whisper among themselves, recalling the stories of those who never returned. Before the journey can begin, the Azenmer prepares the maidens with sacred fortifications. They are led to the sacred shrine outside the palace. There, he draws ancient symbols on their bodies with white chalk and palm oil. He teaches them chants that awaken the spirits of their ancestors. He gives each girl a small sacred egg to break if danger approaches, powders to blow against evil spirits, and instructions on how to call the protection of the gods. The forest is alive, he tells them. Spirits will test you. Creatures will try to devour you. But your own hearts may betray you faster than any monster. Keep your mind pure, your courage strong, and your faith unshaken. The maidens nod, feeling both empowered and terrified. Each one carries her own fear, her own ambition, and her own secret thoughts. The forest waits, dark and endless, hiding the horrors that will challenge them in ways they cannot yet imagine. Finally, the moment arrives. The maidens stand at the edge of the village, facing the shadowed line of trees that marks the entrance to the evil forest. The villagers gather behind them, silent and tense. The wind rustles through the branches, carrying whispers and the scent of damp earth. It is then that the Igui steps forward. His royal robe brushes the ground, beads jingling softly. He lifts his hand and speaks, his voice strong and commanding. "Listen well, daughters of Omuero," he says. "Whoever returns from the evil forest with the egg of Okukomuo will become my wife and queen. If all 7 return, I will marry you all and make you queens of Omuero. You will rule beside me, honored and respected for all the people to see." The words echo across the village and into the hearts of the maidens. Pride, fear, hope, and ambition rise together. The promise of power, honor, and love settles like a weight upon them. Unknown to all, it will plant the first seeds of rivalry, jealousy, and betrayal, even before they set foot inside the forest. The villagers watch silently, unable to look away. Mothers pray for mercy, fathers bow their heads in shame and fear, and the elders whisper to each other that the path ahead is fraught with danger. The 7 maidens take their first steps together, leaving the red earth of Omuero for the shadows of the forest of no return. No one knows what awaits them inside the darkness. Only the gods know the trials, the spirits, and the tests that will come. And thus begins the journey that will change the fate of Omuero forever. Backhand index pointing right to be continued in episode 3. Backhand index pointing right if I get 100 shares. I will drop the next episode. Immediately.